Hi, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you again to our YouTube channel. My name is Professor Kevin. So, on today's video, I'll be preparing you guys for the trial examination and also for the final exam, but basically focusing on algebra, which will be your first question on paper 1. Okay, so on this question, we've been asked to solve for x. And then the first question says, could x minus 2 multiplied by x minus 7 is equal to 0? Okay, so this one is a straightforward question. I hope everyone can solve this one. Obviously, our x in this question is going to be 2, or our x is going to be 7. Okay, this was a straightforward question. Then the next question says, could 4x plus 4 over x plus 11 is equal to 0, and x cannot be 0. Okay, we have to solve correct to 2 decimal places. Okay, every time when you see this instruction or this information, it automatically means that the only way to solve this equation is to apply the quadratic formula or a completing square. Yeah? So let's solve it, and then we're having 4x plus 4 over x plus 11 equal to 0. Okay, and then in this problem or in this equation, to solve it, we have to first determine the LCD. The first thing we have to determine is the LCD, or our lowest common denominator. What is our lowest common denominator in this problem? Our LCD is x. Okay, so we have to multiply each and every term with our LCD, which is x. Okay, if I take 4x multiplied by x, it's going to be 4x squared, plus if I take 4 over x multiplied by x, I'm going to be left with 4, plus 11 multiplied by x is going to be 11x equal to 0. Okay, perfect. Let's apply the quadratic formula to solve this one. So the quadratic formula is given by minus b plus or minus the root of discriminant, which is b squared minus 4ac, all this problem divided by 2a. Okay, so what's our a, what is our b, what is our c? Okay, a is the coefficient of x squared, which will be 4, and then b is the coefficient of x, which is 11, and then c is just a constant, which is 4. Okay, so we can just come here and plug everything that we are having there, which is minus. Okay, what is our b? Our b, it is 11 plus or minus the square root of our b. You said it's 11, then square it minus 4. What is our a? Our a, it is 4, and then our c is also equal to 4, and then divide by 2, multiply by a, which is 4. Okay, and then x is going to be, this one is going to be minus 11 plus or minus square root of, this one is going to be 121. 11 squared is 121 minus 64. I think we're going to be left with 57, so it will be the root of 57 over 8. Okay, and then you can proceed from here. I don't have a calculator where I am, so you can use a calculator. Don't forget to round it to 2 decimal places. Then we are done with 1.1.2. Let's go to 1.1.3. Okay, in 1.1.3 we are given an inequality there. It is inequality. We have to solve 6x. They say 6x is less than 3x squared. Okay, then the first thing that we can do here is to take 3x squared to the other side, and then it's going to be negative 3x squared plus 6x. Okay, and then this is going to be less than 0. Okay, so let's solve this one. So the first thing here, or the next thing we have to do, is to take out our common factor. We can take out our common factor. Our common factor there is going to be minus 3x. It's going to be minus 3x. So we're going to take minus 3x as our common factor, and then we'll be left with x minus 2 less than 0. Okay, perfect. Then from here we have to divide both sides with negative 3, not negative 3x, but negative 3 only, because we are solving for x. We cannot divide with x. So we divided negative 3, and then we'll be left with x multiplied by x minus 2. And then because we are dividing with the negative, the inequality sign will change a direction and become, instead of less than, it will now become greater than 0. Okay, just because we have divided with the negative. If it was a positive 3 that we're dividing with, this thing, we're not going to change a direction. It changed the direction because we divided with the negative. That's the reason. Always when we divide the negative, even if it's negative 1 or negative anything that includes negative, the inequality sign is going to change its direction. It's very important to know that. Okay, so let's determine our critical values. Our critical values here, it is 0 and 2. So we'll come here and uh, you can use a number line, or you can just come here and draw a function like this, and then you set our critical values. It is going to be 0 and 2. Okay, because this thing is talking about greater than 0. So okay, just because this is a function, so to determine where a function is greater than 0, it is where the function is above the x-axis. Okay, this one, it's an x-axis. It is where this function is above this line. Okay, let's start at 0 because the function is on the line. So if we move from 0 to left, the function is going up, so it will be above the x-axis, so it qualifies that condition. So it's all the x's that are less than 0. Okay, then we come again at 0. Then if we move to right, we can see in this condition the function is below the x-axis. So we don't want where the function is below, but we want where the function is above. Okay, let's start from 2. From 2 to the right hand side, our function is going up, so it will be above x-axis. So other condition, it is where x are greater than 2. And then we are done with solving that question. We are done. Okay, let's go to the next question. The next question, it's we're given the root of x minus 1 equal to x minus 3. Okay, this is one of the easiest equations to solve. So because what you are looking for, it's inside the square root. How are you going to remove that square root? You're going to square both sides, right? You're going to square everything. Okay, if you square this side and then the square root will go away, then you'll be left with x minus 1 is equal to, in this one we'll be having x squared minus 6x then plus 9. Okay, I hope you all know how to simplify. Then we can take everything to the right hand side, so this side will be left with 0 is equal to x squared. Then x, if it goes to the right hand side, it will be minus x. Minus 6x minus x is going to be minus 7x. Okay, then we also have plus 9. Then this one is, because it is minus 1, when it goes to the right hand side, it will be plus 1. 9 plus 1 is going to be 10. Okay, so for that, and then this one is going to be 0 equal to, you can still use a quadratic equation, a quadratic formula, or you factorize this one. Then if we factorize, it will be having x minus 2 and then x minus 5. Okay, this will be our factors. Then x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 5. Okay, perfect. We are not done. In this kind of equations, now, where you are having a square root, always remember that always, if obviously when you solve, most of the time we're going to get two different values of x. So there is only one value that is correct and the other one is not correct. How are we going to see which one is correct and which one is not correct? So we come to this original question, or from the original equation. Okay, and then we substitute these values. Let's start with the left hand side. Left hand side, we're having root of x minus 1. So where there is x, I'm going to put, let me just put 2 minus 1, and then this is going to be 1. Okay, let's check with the right hand side. The right hand side, we're having x minus 3. Let me see if I put 2 here, okay, where there's x, will I still get this 1? Okay, let's see. Sorry, 2 minus 3, this is going to be negative 1. So the left hand side and the right hand side, they are not equal, so it means 2 is not the correct value of x. Obviously 5 is the correct value of x. You can confirm with that. Then square root of where there is x, I'm going to put 5 minus 1, okay, because it's x minus 1. This is root of 4, which is going to give us 2. Okay, let's check. And then the other side, we're having x minus 3. 5 minus 3 is still going to give us what? 2. So it means this one of 5 is correct. So it's very important to indicate the other one is not correct. This question has it have 4 marks. So if you don't indicate this, you're going to get 3 marks on. So you have to indicate rule. The other one is not correct by using the original equation to check which one is correct, which one is not correct. It's very much important. And then let's do the last 2 questions, then we'll be done. The last, or 1.2, we're going to 1.2. We are given what? We are given a simultaneous equations there. All right, we are given simultaneous equations. So I'll just name this one equation number 1, and then this one is going to be my equation number 2. Okay, so to solve this one, you can either use elimination or you can use substitution method. Yeah? So I think for this one, we're going to use a substitution method because this is the easiest one. In substitution, we have to come up with equation number 3. Yeah? Yes, in equation number 3, we must make either x or y the subject of the formula. So we have to check which equation is going to be simple for us to make x or y the subject of the formula. I think both of these equations are simple. Let me just take equation number 1 and make it equation 3. And then on equation number 1, we're having 2x minus y plus 1 is equal to 0. Let's make y the subject of the formula. It's going to be simple. Even if you try to make x the subject of the formula, it's going to be fine. Eh? So I just want to use the easiest way. Then I can take y is going to be 2x plus 1. This is going to be the third equation. Ne? Yeah, y is going to be 2x minus 2x plus 1. Okay, and then we're going to substitute equation number 3 into the equation that we have not yet used, which is equation number 2. Where there is y, I'm going to replace 2x plus 1. That is the rule. Where there is y, I'm going to replace 2x plus 1. Okay, so there we're having x squared plus xy. What is our y? 2x plus 1. Then, okay, it says x squared plus xy and then plus 2 is equals to 3x. Is equals to 3x plus y. Okay, 3x plus y. What is our y? Is 2x plus 1. 2x plus 1. Okay, perfect. Yeah, this is our y. Okay, this is our y. We've substituted there. So let's solve this one. Is going to be x squared plus x multiplied by 2x is going to be 2x squared, and then x multiplied by 1 is going to be x. Then we're having 2 there. It's equals to this one. 3x plus 2x is going to give us 5x, and then plus 1. Okay, I hope you are still following. Then we're having 2 like terms here. X squared plus 2x squared is going to give us 3x squared, and then x. If you take 5x to the left hand side, it's going to be minus 5x. X minus 5x is going to be minus 4x, and then 2. Then when you take 1 to the left hand side, it's going to be minus 1. 2 minus 1 is going to be plus 1 equal to 0. Okay, then we need to factorize these things, or we can use a quadratic formula or a completing square. Yeah, okay, 3x, and then here we'll be having x, then minus 1, and then minus 1. So our x is going to be 1 over 3, or our x is going to be 1. Okay, this is our values of x. Okay, let's see what will be the value of y. We substitute from equation number 3. If x is equal to 1 over 3, what will be our y? Y is going to be 2. Where there's x, I'm going to substitute 1 over 3 plus 1. Okay, and then let's see what do we get. 2 multiplied by 1 over 3 plus 1, 2 over 3 plus 1 is going to be, I think we're going to have 5 over 3. We're going to left with 5 over 3. Okay, so let's check when x is equals to 1, what will be the value of y. So we're going to still use the very same equation. So it will be 2 into 1. Where there's x, I'm going to put 1 plus 1. This is going to be 3. Okay, so this will be our solutions. We have solved these simultaneous equations. 6 marks. 6 marks for doing all these things. And then let's go to the last question. Sum of digits. Okay, sum of digits. Before I answer this question, I will prefer to explain something before answering it. Okay, sum of digits. This is what they mean. If you're having maybe 230 or 234,000, for example, we add all the, we're having how many digits here? 1, 2, 6 digits. So add 2 plus 3 and then plus 4 plus all those 3 zeros that we're having. So this thing will end up giving 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 4 is 9. So we end up having 9. So this is how to determine the sum of digits. It's very simple. You just you must firstly have a number. If you have that number, then you add each digit, then that's the solution. So let's see with this one. Let's see with this one, because we are given 5 to the exponent 2009 multiplied by 2 to the exponent 2010 or 2010, and then into we also given multiplied by 24. Okay, so let's solve this one. I hope you all remember the laws of exponent. If you're having a to the exponent n and b to the exponent n, okay, these two are multiplying each other and they have the same exponent. This thing you can still write them as ab all in the same brackets, then write exponent n, because they're having the same exponent. So it's the very same thing that we're going to apply here. So check, we're having 5 to the exponent 2009 and then multiplied by 2 to the exponent 2010. Okay, let me split 2010 to be 2009 and then multiply by 2 to the power 1. Okay, because if I, these bases are the same, if I add them, they will still give me 2010. I just splitted that 2010, né? And then multiply by 24. Okay, this one I'll just leave it the way it is. Okay, so these two, they're having the same exponent. You can see exponent that 2009. So we can simply write 5 multiplied by 2 all to the exponent 2009. And then the other one is going to be 2 multiplied by 24, which will give us 48. All right, it will give us 48. So here it is. Here's the deal. So we know 2 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 2 is going to give us 10. Right? It's going to give us 10. Then it will be 10 to the exponent 2009. All right, multiply by 48. This is one of the easiest things. If you're having maybe 21 multiplied by 10 to the power 5. Okay, so you have to always, when you are multiplying, only when it is 10 to the exponent. So it means you are going to have 21. No? This exponent 5, because it's 10, you're going to have 5 zeros. You're going to have 5 zeros. That's it. So that's how it is. So even here, it means I'm going to have 2009 zeros. Okay, it needs some algebraical skills, but it's simple. And then it means I am going to have 48 and then 209 zeros. Okay, I'll not write them all here, so up to 209 zeros. Right? All right, so sum of digits obvious is going to be 4 plus 8 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 up to 209 0. Right? So this is going to be 12. So our answer here is going to be 12. So this is our solution. Okay, thanks guys for watching this video. Please don't forget to like and also share it, and if you haven't subscribed, just subscribe. See you guys on the next video. Sharp.